Hi there and welcome to Connecticut Style. I'm Teresa LaBarbera. Jocelyn has the day off. We have a terrific show planned for you. First, if you're a woman over 35 who's given up on finding Mr. Right, take heart. We'll talk with one of the co-authors of a new book, Love for Grown-Ups, a relationship guide for older gals. Plus, are you dense? No, not that kind of dense. We're talking about early breast cancer detection and a special music fest that's coming up at Quasi in Middlebury. And I'm in the kitchen with gluten-free chef Robert Landolfi, who's here to tell us about his new cookbook called Quick Fix Gluten-Free. Welcome back to the show.
Thank
it's always
you very
nice
much.
to have you here.
I appreciate it.
So you're kind of personally affected by celiac disease.
I am. My wife was diagnosed in the year 2000, so I released my first cookbook. And it was such a huge hit that as I traveled the country doing the book tour and demos, I had lots of people request recipes. They said, can you come up with a gluten-free this and that? And that's what this book's all about.
That's terrific. And what are we making today?
Today what we're going to do is we're going to do a pretzel-encrusted tilapia with a little Dijon cream sauce.
I know these must be special pretzels, I'm assuming?
Special pretzels, gluten-free.
All right, I can't wait to learn all about it. But first, let's get the show on the road. Look right into camera 2. Tell everyone what they're going to do.
Sit back, relax. You're having lunch with style.
Runway 31 left.
Buckle up. Adventure calls.
Come fly with me, let's fly, let's
ABC's
fly.
Pan Am takes off Sunday, September 25th on ABC.
Before Allegra D, congestion and pressure from allergies shut me down. After Allegra D, I can breathe.
Allegra D provides fast, non-drowsy, 24-hour relief of your toughest symptoms, even reducing swelling that can cause congestion and pressure.
After Allegra D, I have it all.
Life before my new dentures was hard. I couldn't eat what I wanted to eat. But after I went to Aspen Dental, big difference. I could eat all the foods I love. They knew how to help me find payments that I could afford because I'm on a fixed income. And best of all, they have the most wonderful people in the office.
Right now, custom-crafted dentures start at just $249. Call 1-800-ASPEN-DENTAL.
And I can't say thank you enough.
Take a little time to smile.
If you've been injured, getting a free consultation with an experienced personal injury lawyer is a good place to start. But you need more than a compassionate listener. You need the power of Perkins, an entire team of professionals dedicated to one cause, getting you the money you deserve.
Attorney.
Case manager. Team leader.
Investigator.
The Perkins team knows only one way to pursue justice.
All in. All in.
The power of Perkins is the power to win.
Don't miss On the Green with Gil, Thursday mornings from 5 to 7 a.m. on Good Morning Connecticut. Sponsored by Big Y World Class Market, celebrating 75 years serving communities throughout New England. Summer's here. It's the perfect time to start grilling your favorite burgers. Big Y World Class Market features all natural Angus beef, always fresh, custom cut to order, no antibiotics or added hormones. Big Y all natural Angus beef. The only thing we add is the label.
If you're a woman over 35, can love and marriage still be in your future? The answer is absolutely yes. Just ask 3 highly successful women who met and married their true loves after they turned 35. It's the subject of a new book, Love for Grown-Ups, the Garter Bride's Guide to Marrying for Life when you've already got a life. Co-author Tish Robbie is here to talk about this relationship guide for women 35 and up.
Yes.
Welcome to the show. It's great to have you here.
Well, thank you for having me.
So I think this is an important topic because sometimes there are women that kind of get left behind. Their friends are getting married, they're getting pregnant, yet they're still searching for Mr. Right.
Right.
And that's kind of the basis of this book?
It absolutely is. I wrote it with 2 friends, Pat and Ann, and all of us got married over the age of 35 and wanted to share the wisdom and what we'd learned and what brides all across the country had learned about getting married later in life.
Well, can you give us some of the tips? What's when you're frustrated, what do you do? What do you think?
Well, what we really say, we have a lot of great advice in the book, but one of the things we always say is just never give up. It is never too late to find true love. A lot of our brides had sort of said, you know, I don't think this is ever going to happen for me, and indeed that's exactly when it did happen for them.
Probably when you're least expected, right?
Least expected, yes.
Now, I noticed you have a garter belt with you. This is the Sisterhood of Garter Brides.
Yes, this is actually a garter. Pat and Ann wore the same garter at their weddings. They got married when they were over 35, and they shared it with their girlfriends. And this garter has been worn by brides all across the country who got married when they were 35 and over. So it's ready for the next bride. And we call ourselves the Garter Brides, and I became a garter bride when I got married for the first time at 36.
Wow, so tell me, this is a personal story. You met your husband years ago, but you kind of reconnected.
We did. I met my husband when I was 16, and he was 17. We were in high school, stars of the High School Musical, and we reconnected after I actually went to a high school reunion. So the Garter Brides will tell you, high school reunions and college reunions, think about going.
Really?
I'm living proof it works.
All right, so talk to me about a long-distance relationship. Does it normally work? There must be a new set of challenges.
Well, there are. And one of the things about being a mature bride is that often you've got a job, he's got a job, maybe you've got kids, he's got kids. What you learn, and the tips are in the book, is you can really make some of this stuff work because you're older and more mature. A lot of our brides had long-distance relationships. A few of them have long-distance marriages.
Now, is there a certain age group, if a woman is over 35, that they should be looking at or concentrating on, or is age nothing but a number?
I think it's nothing but a number. Mostly, I'll tell you honestly, it's attitude. You know, don't give up. Keep giving it a shot. Go out on blind dates. Pat and Ann met their husbands on blind dates. So blind dates have kind of gotten a bad rap, but in the book we talk about looking at them as first dates and going out on them.
All right, so what's the single most important thing a woman needs to remember when she's looking for grown-up love?
I think for grown-up love, the Garter Brides will tell you that the most important thing is, number one, don't give up. There's always a chance you're going to find that certain person. And also, if you've had a bad experience in the past, some of our brides have, maybe they were married before, just leave that in the past. Look at the new guy with a new outlook, give him a chance, and give new love a chance.
So you get to an older age, you're 35, and you still want to get married, but you have that checklist.
Yes.
Is it time to get rid of the checklist? I mean, I don't want to say settle, but maybe not be so picky?
Well, you know, it's very interesting. We encourage checklists.
Okay.
We do encourage that you write them in pencil and keep erasers at the ready.
Look what I'm holding.
You happen to be holding a pencil. And what we found is your checklist when you're 35 is different than your checklist when you were 21. And that sits at the core of the book. It's not the same to think about getting married when you're 35 and up than it is when you're 21. So keep an open mind, but absolutely, if there's something that's on your checklist, it's on your checklist, and you have a right to know what you're looking for, and you know, keep it on there. But again, keep the eraser around too.
What do you think about the new ways of dating, like online dating and the social media? How does that play in?
Our brides have done very, very well with internet dating. What we do suggest is that you be as honest as you can in your profile. It's not always the easiest thing, but to be open to internet dating. We have had an amazing amount of brides get married with social networking, yes.
So Tish, let me bring you back to the beginning when you were with your friends. How did you guys come up with the idea to write this book?
Well, it was funny because I had heard that all these women wore the same garter and all across the country and all these different kinds of weddings, big weddings, little weddings. And I just thought it was a great sisterhood because they have this in common. And now we've started groups of garter brides all across the country. We send out a little garter and they start it with their friends. So
I love that. That's terrific. All right, where can we find your book, Tish?
Our book is everywhere books are sold. It's on Amazon, it's on the Harlequin website, and it's in all the big major booksellers.
All right, we have the book on the screen there. It's, again, it is called Love for Grown-Ups, and again, available anywhere. Tish, I want to thank you so much for being here. This was so informative, and you're giving women everywhere hope.
Absolutely. It's never too late. Thank you so much.
Terrific. All right, coming up next, gluten-free chef Robert Landolfi is back to tell us about this new cookbook and how to make an easy fish dish. That's when Connecticut Style returns. Stay with us.
At Dairy Queen, we don't stop at good enough.
We don't just give you a cake, we give you a Blizzard cake with creamy DQ vanilla or chocolate soft serve and your favorite Blizzard flavor.
And we don't just blow bubbles. We blow bubbles with kittens inside them. Because a Dairy Queen, good, isn't good enough. Delicious DQ Blizzard Cakes. Creamy DQ soft serve and your favorite Blizzard flavor. So good, it's ridiculous.
I am a value-seeking missile. Saving money's great, but saving money on the best, that's what I live for. So I was beyond ecstatic when I called Amica for car insurance. The quote was way less than what I was paying. Amica found all these other ways to help me save money. Good driver discounts, auto plus home discounts, and I got accident forgiveness. Search over, value acquired.
You could save hundreds with Amica Auto Insurance. Call for a free quote now.
I am a look before you leap kind of guy. It doesn't matter if it's my computer or my breakfast cereal. I research before I buy anything. So when I bought car insurance, I wanted to know who's got the best reputation, who stands by their customers. I learned two things. People have great things to say about Amica, and Amica has been ranked highest in customer satisfaction for more than a decade. That is my kind of company.
You could save hundreds with Amica Auto Insurance. Call for a free quote now.
Has bad credit been giving you the blues? Don't let it keep you from getting a car loan.
At Bob's of Milford, we specialize in helping drivers with bad credit or no credit.
This brand new GMC Acadia could be yours for just $199 down or $199 a month.
Lose those bad credit blues.
With a new or pre-owned car at Bob's of Milford.
Bob's of Milford.
He just wants to get you a loan.
Open Sundays.
Who says a gluten-free diet has to be bland, boring, and time-consuming? In his new cookbook, Quick Fix Gluten-Free, Chef Robert Landolfi shows us that the once taboo foods are no longer off-limits. And Chef Landolfi is here to show us how to make a tilapia dish with a cream sauce. It smells delightful already.
It's going to be delicious.
Welcome back to the show.
Thank you very much.
So I think we should talk a little bit about how you got into the gluten-free cooking.
Sure. Well, I did go to culinary school.
Okay.
When my wife was diagnosed in the year 2000, I have to be honest with you, I didn't know a thing about it. So I started doing research, and I said, you know something, to restore your health, I'm going to learn how to master the gluten-free cuisine.
That's terrific.
And I did it. And like I said, we had the first book, did very well. We just finished the second book. I traveled the country, and what's great about this book is there's a story behind many of the recipes.
Okay.
Many of the people I met. There was a woman from Iowa who liked corn dogs, and she loved getting corn dogs at the fair, so I created a gluten-free corn dog for her.
No kidding.
Yeah, this particular recipe today is actually a woman emailed me, and she said her daughter was a very picky eater, and she wanted her to eat fish. And so I said, okay, well, give me a list of some of the snacks she likes to eat. And she said, well, she loves pretzels. And I said, okay,
there you
well,
go.
There are some gluten-free pretzels out there. And so what I did was I said, I took that, and that's what we're going to use today as our crust on the tilapia.
All right, well, let's get started.
What we're going to do is we're going to do our cream sauce first, okay? Just get that going. We're going to put a little bit of butter in here.
Okay.
And some shallots. If you didn't have shallots, you could actually use onions, which is fine. I just like shallots because they're a little more delicate. They're not as harsh. Okay, we're going to get that right in there. Then what you're going to do is after this melts down a little bit, what you're going to do is we'll take a little bit of white wine.
All right.
Okay? And you want to just pour about a quarter cup in there.
You're eyeballing it.
I'm eyeballing it.
You've done this once or twice.
The rest we're going to drink with the dish.
Okay. Sounds like a plan.
And then we're going to put a little bit of Dijon mustard in there. And if you didn't have Dijon mustard and you had honey mustard in your fridge, that would work fine as well. Okay, so we'll put that in there. And then we'd mix that up. And then what we'll do is we'll add a little bit of cream.
And do you have this on medium or low?
I have it at about medium heat.
Okay.
Okay. And we're going to get our cream in there. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to let it reduce. Okay, we want this just to thicken up. So just let it go. A little pinch of salt.
About how long till we know that it's...
Probably about 3 or 4 minutes.
Okay.
Okay. Now what I have over here is this is the dish we're using tilapia today.
Okay.
You said earlier you've never had tilapia.
No, but you said it's really not a fishy fish.
It's not a fishy fish. It's farm-raised, real clean, almost like a cod or a farm-raised catfish.
So a white fish, right?
A white fish.
Obviously.
It's not like catfish that you caught down in the Louisiana bayou, like you said. Exactly. It's real clean. So what we're going to do is we're going to encrust it. Right here, we're using some white rice flour. We're going to put that in there. We're going to put a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. And you can just mix that together.
Sure thing.
Okay, and that's what we're going to coat the fish with first. Right here?
I'm assuming this is special flour?
That's white rice flour,
White rice,
exactly. What you're going to find is, when you're learning gluten-free cooking, you're going to be using white rice flour, brown rice flour, sorghum. There's so many different gluten-free options out there.
Okay.
And what I like about the white rice is it's very neutral, clean tasting. You can just whisk that together.
Sure, and we added a little mustard to these eggs?
That's just a little bit of mustard and eggs. This right here is actually these gluten-free pretzels. Feel free to try one. And what I did is I just put them through a food processor.
Or you could easily smash them with a hammer and a Ziploc.
You could do
That's
that.
normally what
that
I
works.
do.
Yeah, if you want to take out your aggression, that's fine. And then we're just going to put some gluten-free breadcrumbs in here.
Okay.
And a little bit of onion powder. Okay, and we're just going to mix that up. Just like so.
I'm assuming the frying pan is hot and we're going to bread these.
We're going to put a little bit of olive oil in there.
Okay.
A little bit more butter. And then I'm going to have you mind getting your hands?
Oh, no.
All right, go right into the flour.
Flour first?
Yep, right into the flour first.
All right.
I'll let you do the flour. I'll do the part that's going to stick to our fingers.
All right, I'll hold on to the fork then.
All right.
Now this is going in the egg?
Go right into the egg. And what the flour does is just helps the egg adhere to it.
See?
Okay?
Okay.
See, so it just gets a nice coating on there, okay? We're just going to let that drip off for a second. Go right into our mixture of pretzels. Go back and forth. Back and forth. Just kind of shake it off and go.
Well, this doesn't smell fishy at all, so that's probably a good indication that it's, I'm making a mess. I'm sorry.
That's all right. I forgive you. We'll put you on pots later. All right, so that's good. That goes right in like that. We'll just coat both sides.
Okay.
And again, I'm using pretzels here. I know I've used potato chips before. We talked earlier, you can use cereals. In this case, though, I like the idea of the mustard and the pretzel. It just kind of works together.
Now, Chef Robert, you have some book signings in Connecticut coming up.
I do. I have a book signing at the University of Connecticut Co-op bookstore. That's going to be in September. And then I have one in October at the Nature's Grocer.
Oh, we have all that information on your screen. Now you'll have your cookbook on hand for people?
Yep, and then I'll be touring the country. I'll be actually in San Diego, Minneapolis, Maryland, and Boston over the next couple months.
So busy guy.
Hey, have to be. And then what we'll do is, look at this. See the sauce? That's what it's going to look like.
Oh, it's going to thicken up a little bit.
It's going to thicken up and it's going to reduce down.
Now, would you put that right on top of the fish, or is it more for
what
dipping?
I did is
what do you
I
think?
put some on the side, okay, but then what I would do is I would actually just drizzle a little bit over the top too, just for fun, you know what I mean? And what I'm doing is this is almost like a version, instead of using tartar sauce or something like that.
I see. Now how do we know when the fish is done?
What you want to do is you want to cook it till it's golden brown. It only takes a couple minutes on each side.
Okay.
Okay, so as soon as it's golden brown on, just flip it over, golden brown on the other side, right off. Problem is a lot of people overcook fish. They don't realize that. Especially a thin piece of fish like this doesn't take a lot of time.
Okay.
And so you want it to, you'll also know it's done. If you flip it over and you're going, uh-oh, is it done, is it done? If you just take a fork and just kind of press on it, if it kind of just pulls apart, take it right out of the pan.
So it's a quick and easy gluten-free dinner.
Quick and easy gluten-free dish.
All right. Of course, we'll have the recipe on our website, WTNH.com. You can find it there, and you can stay to the end of the show because I know we're all going to want to taste this.
No problem.
All right. Terrific. Coming up next, we are going to be talking with the founder of Are You Dense, an organization committed to the early detection and screening of breast cancer. That's when Connecticut Style returns. Don't go anywhere.
Clouds roll in, lightning strikes, and hail starts coming down. You shot all these videos and sent them to us through Report It, and we think they're great. Thanks for being a part of the team, and keep those videos coming. The Yankees play the Athletics tonight at 7 on MyTV9. Oakland and New York meet again. Which team will take the first in this 3-game series? Catch all the action from the Big Apple tonight at 7 on MyTV9.
Who says you have to pay a lot to get a lot? Let me paint you a picture. Nobody does lacquer like the Italians, and nobody does value like Bob. $9.99 is definitely not a lot.
Victims of situations in which they have been injured through no harm of their own are entitled to full and complete compensation for all of their injuries and losses.
We don't charge a fee unless we recover for the client.
A good lawyer has to be willing to aggressively pursue the claim of the client and to understand what the client's needs are. At Buckley & Wynn, that's what we do.
We urge everybody that believes that they've had an injury and may have a case, call us.
An 8-piece bedroom untouchable at only $7.99.
Don't have room for the chest?
More choice. For the same $7.99, get 4 underbed drawers instead.
Now that's more choice and more value. Problem solved.
I'm Rachel Lutzker for Advanced Window Systems. I do our budget and pay our bills. I just got to get real value every time. Why Advanced Window Systems? A great local company, a federal tax credit, the industry's best warranty, and low factory direct pricing. You'll get a lifetime warranty that's the best in the industry. It even covers this kind of breakage. AWS installs premium roofing and siding too. Call now. Pay no interest for 1 year.
1-800-841-6544.
Are you dense? It's not meant to be a criticism, but a rather important life-changing question for women and their health. Joining me today is Dr. Nancy Capello, president and founder of Are You Dense, which advocates early detection and screening of breast cancer. Nancy, thank you so much for being here on Connecticut Style.
It's great to see you, Teresa.
And sharing this message. So let's talk about how you got started in this.
Sure. In 2004, I was diagnosed with an advanced stage breast cancer. And Teresa, the interesting thing was I was a very faithful patient in getting my mammograms every year. In fact, I had a decade of normal mammograms. I had just had a normal mammogram. And so when I asked my breast surgeon, well, why wasn't the cancer found by mammogram? And she said to me, and this was the first time I heard those terms, well, Nancy, you have dense breast tissue.
So it went undetected for this long?
Yes.
I mean, you're thinking you're doing everything right, going to the doctor, getting your routine exams.
Yes. I had no relatives with breast cancer. I ate healthy, I exercised every day, and when I figured if I was going to get breast cancer, certainly I wanted to have it detected early, and that's why I did my yearly mammograms. And so yes, it was a shock. I was scared. And when I found out about dense breast tissue, I found out that 40% of women have dense breast tissue, and the more dense a woman is, the less the mammogram can find the cancer.
So how do you know if you have the dense breast tissue, or what do you need to know when you get mammograms?
The only way you can really know about your dense breast tissue is through your mammogram. A radiologist looks at your mammogram and distinguishes the density based on the thickness of a woman's breast. Cancer appears white on a mammogram, and so does density. Therefore, there's no contrast. And so what we've done in Connecticut, we mandated in 2009 that every woman in Connecticut that has a mammogram, that her report will inform her about her breast density, so she can have conversations with her doctors about what she needs to do, like supplementing it with an MRI or an ultrasound or another screening tool.
So the laws have actually changed?
Yes, we've worked really hard with Senator Joe Crisco, Senator Joan Hartley, who we're honoring actually at our upcoming Music Fest, about dense breast tissue, what it means. And in Connecticut, what has happened in Connecticut is now being mirrored in other states. We just passed a bill in Texas. We have California and New York getting ready to pass their assembly. And this work is actually going international.
Oh, that's terrific news.
Yeah.
That's great.
Thanks,
so let's talk about the upcoming Music Fest on Saturday.
Yes, we're excited that you will be there, Teresa.
I know. I can't wait. I'm looking forward to it already.
This is our 3rd annual Music Fest, and it's actually sponsored by Siemens. We're really thrilled this year to have an event sponsor. We have a lineup of great music, great silent auction, and the whole thing about the Music Fest, it's really to benefit dense breast tissue, to raise awareness, to make sure that women all over the nation know about their breast density for early detection.
Well, I think before I heard the title of the fundraiser, Are You Dense, I didn't realize it was even a concern or a problem.
Yes, it's a huge issue. Again, only 1 in 10 women know about their breast density, and they only learn that from their doctor, and 95% of women don't know that it is also a risk factor. Do you know, Teresa, and I know that you're concerned about breast cancer because of some family issues, that if you have breast density, you have a greater risk of getting cancer than having a first-degree relative with breast cancer. No one knows that.
That's startling.
Yeah, that's why
I really
we do
don't
this.
expect
That's
that.
why we do this work.
And we saw some pictures from the event last year. You had quite a huge turnout.
We did.
A number of bands. Talk to me about some of the silent auction items that are going to be there.
We have some NASCAR signed, NASCAR drivers signing their vehicles, not their real vehicles, but a die cast of a vehicle. We have overnight stays. We have some wonderful local restaurants giving gift cards, salons. We have cruises on the Connecticut River by Lady Catherine. We also have an overnight stay in Vermont. So we're really excited about the
Lots of things to spend the money on, right?
Yes, and we have some exhibitors which will be selling their products in addition to Vincent's is having their mammography bus, so we're really
great.
excited about that.
So Nancy, give it a great pitch. I mean, it's not just for women. I'm sure there's going to be men, women, children.
Yes, the music is phenomenal. It's for men, women, children. You can also have access to the Quasapag Lake. Quasapag is a beautiful setting, as you know, Teresa. The beautiful lake, plus the wonderful rides. They've been a great help to us too. It's just a great day to spend time. You can bring in picnic baskets. You can bring in spirits, wine, beer, whatever you want. There's opportunity to buy food too. But it's a wonderful day, a wonderful family day, and it's also helping this important cause, Teresa.
Yeah.
I mean, this is all volunteer on my part, but I want to make sure that no other woman. I had 13 cancerous lymph nodes, Teresa, and normal mammogram weeks before. So women really need to know about their dense breast tissue because their life matters, and it's about early detection.
Sure. All right, and we have all the information up on your screen there. Are You Dense Music Fest. It's this Saturday. It starts at 4 o'clock at Quasi Amusement Park, and that's in Middlebury. Dr. Nancy Capello, thank you so much for being here and for everything that you do.
Oh, thank you, and I will see you on Saturday.
Oh, I'll be there. Can't wait. All right, stay with us. There's more Connecticut Style coming up after the break.
Get ready. There's a lot to love about driving a Subaru Outback, like the confidence to go on and off the beaten path with its road-gripping, symmetrical all-wheel drive, the peace of mind you get while driving a top safety pick, and knowing you made a good investment with the highest predicted resale value in its class. There's a lot to love about the Subaru Outback at only $23,495.
Why do people wait so long to call the dentist? You're going to have to take care of it sometime.
Right now, new patients get a free exam and x-rays. Call 1-800-ASPEN-DENTAL.
Come on, people. Take care of your smile. Call Aspen Dental.
Time to smile.
Come see the new face of tennis at the New Haven Open at Yale, presented by First Niagara, August 18th through the 27th. Don't miss exciting world-class tennis and new events and activities both on and off the court.
I'm Caroline Wozniacki, and watch me play in New Haven at the Olympus US Open Series.
It must be New Haven. It must be love. The excitement starts August 18th. Go to newhavenopen.com or call 855-4NH-TENNIS to get your tickets today.
Cleared for takeoff. Clipper 22, runway 31 left.
Buckle up. Adventure calls.
Come fly with me, let's fly, let's
ABC's
fly.
Pan Am takes off Sunday, September 25th on ABC.
All right, we are back here in the kitchen with all of our guests, and we're going to try the pretzel-encrusted gluten-free tilapia.
That's it.
All right, we'll pass this out. So in the meantime, now, Tish, tell us where we can find your book again.
Our book is Love for Grown-Ups, and we are on Facebook.com/The Garter Brides, and we can link you to buy the book.
Terrific. And Dr. Nancy Capello, Are You Dense Music Festival is this Saturday?
This Saturday at 4 p.m. at Lake Quasapag in Middlebury. Teresa will be with us.
Be there. Come
you can
join
get
us.
the tickets online.
And at the door, too, just
At
in
the
case.
door, yeah. It's areyoudense.org or at the door, yes.
Very good. All right. And where can we find your cookbook?
You can find my book at Amazon.com, or you can go to www.glutenfreechefrob.com, and it'll direct you to a couple different bookstores.
Terrific. All right. Thank you again to all of our guests, but most of all, thank you for watching, and make it a great day. We'll see you back here tomorrow.
Wow.